Hi everybody! Happy Black History Month in the UK. It's Black History Month.
Yes.
The month of October.
The month of October is very unique because when she came to me and said, oh, we're doing something for Black History Month, I was like, wow, you're early.
So for Americans it's different.
It's February.
It's February.
So usually
okay.
we'll do stuff in January or December, but.
So it's I can imagine in the UK now it's kicking off because it's celebrated so much. Anyway, hello everyone. It's Tommy, a1000facesProject, and I'm a portrait photographer. I love faces. I love people. I like telling stories. So I've been behind the camera, but I thought I would come on camera and just, spend time with people.
I'm so proud of you.
Interview them and just, I love connections. And today I am with the amazing, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the flawless.
If I ever feel bad, I'm coming to her.
I mean, I am in awe right now because you are just so beautiful. So beautiful. I've known Kim for
a couple years. 2014.
Yes.
Yeah, 14.
Yes. A long time. And I remember the first time I met you, I was like, wow. She looked like a bronze goddess. I didn't know what you did, and but anyway, over the years, Kim,
right.
You have done so much in the UAE, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of your achievements,
Thank
and
you.
there's more coming. This woman is really talented.
She's busy. She's
proud. Productive, busy. Anyway, enough about me talking. I want you to tell the viewers who you are and what you do.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Kimberly Carey. I am 40, proud 40 years old, and I am from the United States, from St. Louis originally, but Houston, Texas, before I moved to the UAE. I am a proud Alopecian woman, which means that my hair falls out for no apparent reason other than my body doesn't like it, and God said no. So, and what the devil uses for evil, God uses for good. So on top of that, I'm also a makeup artist, a model, and a runway coach and fashion show consultant, and starting now, hopefully, my own beauty brand. So really excited about all of these things that has been, brought to my table, to my plate. And I've been in the game for about 4 or 5 years now. 5 years now. It started out with me not doing anything with makeup. I stayed safe as a black woman. The usual Wet n Wild, burgundy, dark red, the berry red.
The basics.
the basic. It was like when I would look at people who did makeup, especially a face like this, be like, nobody got time for that, girl. What's wrong with you? And then when I moved here, God opened my eyes to a whole lot of things. I had a lot of things that was going on with me before I moved here. And then when I moved here, it was like I was forced to confront these things. Once I confronted them, it was like at the same time, makeup came into my life. So thank God it did. Thank God it did, because it opened a lot of doors for me that I didn't see for myself, especially when I moved here, I was 32. Been here ever since and had no idea of what was in store for me.
So you started off as a teacher.
I was a teacher.
Yes. A lot of people from the UK and the States, when we come here, we're women, we're
most of
a lot
the
of
time.
us are teachers.
Yeah, majority.
And so you started from a teacher, but then you transitioned into...
Yeah, I was working 2 jobs. Now in America and probably in other Western countries, it's probably a norm to work 2 or 3 jobs, and I was one of those people. But I worked those 2 or 3 jobs back home because I had to. Here, it was like, you don't have to. You get off in enough time, you can chill. But then again, it's like, wow, I really don't have to. What else can I do or with my time? Other than that, that's all you're going to do is teach. Is that all you want to be known for? What else could you do? Yes, now you can finally get that degree that you wanted. You have time for that. You can explore other countries. You can, set up tickets and have flights and not feelings, those type of things now. But for me, where my friends were getting passport stamps and all this other stuff, I was actually creating a business and planting a seed that I had no idea that was going to be where it is today.
Amazing, amazing. So one of the reasons why I do this is for the youth. I have a passion for young people because it's great to be young now. Because
Absolutely.
There's endless opportunities that, our age, that we didn't have growing up.
Sure didn't.
But these young people now, I'm just so envious of them because, they've got time, they've got technology, they've got everything that they need, to help them create something. So what advice would you give to young people who want to go into fashion or makeup or want to transition from something they're doing right now that they're not happy with, but they want to transition into something else?
Right.
What advice would you give them?
I would say don't be afraid to do it. Okay. I'm going to get my phone for just like 2 seconds because I was listening to a pastor a couple weeks ago and he said something that resonated with my spirit so much. And the reason why it did that was because I could see myself being a teenager or being in my 20s or in like early 30s, if you will, and not taking that step. Just sitting there wishing all the time. So he said, don't let your imaginary scenarios keep you from your actual opportunities. So everything that you envision or you see for yourself, why not try? Why not step out? I was listening to an Audible book and it's called What If It Doesn't Work? But what if it does work?
Yes, exactly.
What if it doesn't work? And her other line is, what if it does work? At least you tried. You have to go through 1,000 failures in order to get that one success. So it's worth it to at least give it a shot and try. Do not be afraid to fail. Public humiliation is still, it's not good, but then again, it teaches you what not to do. I've been publicly humiliated a lot, and I will say it's a teaching tool. It has taught me a lot, and you have to grow thick skin to be in this business. As a model, I've been told that I'm too fat, too short. Go to sets, they don't have your makeup. They probably don't have a makeup artist that can work with your skin tone, skin type anyway. Heard no a dozen times. But when I was in my 20s, I was in sales and recruitment. And for every no, there's a yes. So you have to just get used to hearing no. A lot of times you have to get used to saying no. That's another issue. That's another issue because sometimes you let people into your vision and they're not supposed to be there.
Yes.
Another thing for no is you don't want to hurt people's feelings. It's not personal. You have to understand that this is your business. This is your business.
And your life.
And your life and your reputation and everything that deals with you. Now, if somebody is on your team, on your side, on your tribe, so on and so forth, that's fine. If they are, divinely connected with you, that's fine. But other than that, you have to know how to say no. You have to know how to hear no. You have to know how to be a leader. You have to know how to be a follower. You have to know all of those things in order to take that step. So honestly, if you're not ready to instill those particular mantras inside yourself, then you're not ready. But what if you are? And you have all of those skill sets. You have all of those, like I said, mantras inside of you. I am a leader. I am a follower. I know how to do both. What if you are ready?
Yes.
Take that step. How can you get started? But I don't have any money. What can you do? What can you do to help you to reach that goal, to at least get to the money you desire?
Right.
Or at least to feel as if you are progressing. You have to be proactive. You cannot be reactive because before you know it, somebody will have run off with what was supposed to be yours.
Oh, that would be the worst.
It is
that would be the worst. So let's talk about some of the things you've done in the UAE.
Okay.
So I know you're becoming a big brand here. You know, you're breathing heavy like that.
As an African-American woman, that's huge.
Yes, it is. So I want you to tell the viewers, like, some of the things that you've done.
Okay, well, let me see what happened. It all started in 2016. Actually, that was when I kind of broke out to a lot of different people. No, I'm lying. Ooh, 2015. The reason why was because I was in makeup school in 2015, and a lot of people had never seen a bald woman so freely. And honestly, I was scared, but I was tired of being false advertisement. So I was like, I don't care what people think. I really don't care what people think. And the more and more I told myself this, the more and more I started to believe it. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people think. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to be me. You know, if somebody comes up to me and says, you know, well, why this, you know, I can look at you and say, why this, why this?
Exactly.
You know, you chose to walk out the house looking like you look. I'm choosing to look like I look. And everybody has their own, you know, path that they're taking, and they think they look okay, and in reality, they probably don't, but that's their own choice, right?
Yes.
So at that time, like I said, you know, people really had not been exposed to a bald woman publicly like that. So walking through Dubai Mall, going to beauty conventions, going to anything, I would be bald in most cases because I was trying to gain me. So once I gained me or tried to, or be in progress, that's the thing I'm saying. I didn't exactly believe it as far as, I don't care what people think, I don't care what people think. But I took that step to get to where I am now of, I don't care what people think, I don't care what people think, or I have the best, you know, backstabbers, clapbacks, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody says something to me, you know, I know how to get them back. That's the step I had to take in order to get to where I am now, and I'm being real. But anyway, in 2015, I was with a Russian makeup school in Dubai, and I remember my instructor, my mentor actually at that time, she was like, I want you to lead open day. Open day is like the recruitment day for the school. And I was like, I'm the worst makeup artist in this place. I was like, why don't you get A, B, and C? Why don't you get them? Because there was only 4 of us in the class. She was like, because you have the best presence. My makeup skill was horrid at the time. Jesus Christ. Anyway, but it's not about that. It's how do you make people feel? How do you make them look? Do I look like myself? Don't take me out of my full element, but it's how you present yourself. And the thing about it is it was the way that I presented myself. So they got a lot of that on video of me doing the open day. That's what they used as their promotion for their school.
Wow.
So people thought that I was, they honestly thought that I was the teacher of the school.
Wow. So you had that much of a presence.
I had that much of a presence. So when people would come, they would say, we're here to see Alina. Now, remind you, my mentor or instructor at the time, she's Russian. She's like, I'm Alina. They're like, no, the black girl. The black girl, the black bald girl.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, oh, wow. Okay, so that happened from there. Another thing is that the makeup and fashion industry is so small here that other schools would see the videos from their competitors or see what's this school doing? What's this school doing? So next thing you knew, I would go to another school or, you know, just shopping around to see who's what and what's what, networking. And next thing you know, one of my other mentors following that time, she was like, oh, hey, I know you. You're with Benton.
Wow.
And I was like, how did she know that? Just, how did she know that? Oh, okay, all right. So turns out that when it comes to makeup, usually I am the only black face that you will see.
Wow.
In most cases. A couple years ago, I was the only black face that was working Arab Fashion Week, International Fashion Week Dubai, Runway Dubai. A lot of times I'm the black face that's there. People do know me, the models know me. They know me for walking with them on the runway. They know me for doing their makeup before the runway. Because usually I pull like double or triple duty.
Wow.
Let me see. So in 2016, that's when I really broke out. And that was because I was the spokesmodel, the first alopecia and African-American spokesmodel for Runway Dubai. And Runway Dubai is like one of the Dubai Fashion Week type shows here. And it's very rare. I was the first face. Tips and Toes Salon and Spa is one of the top salon and spas here in this region. And I was the first African-American alopecia woman to be showcased and featured in their 2016 campaign. So I still have connections with both of these organizations to this day. I don't know where that will take us in the future, but I'm happy that I've maintained that relationship. And that's another thing that's so important. Just because you start in one place doesn't mean that you can't maintain with these organizations as time goes on, because you can never forget who gave you your start.
Yes.
You know?
I just wish people would get the fact that you know, what you thought, because when you lost your hair, I'm sure you felt really bad about that.
Oh, extremely.
You know, but I feel like God has used that
in every way.
In every way.
In every way.
And you are who you are today because that's the plan God had for you.
Right.
And sometimes we go through things that we don't like as human beings, and we feel like, oh, I need to hide. I can't let the world see me like this. I've gone through this. You know, I look like this, or what have you. But maybe that's where God is actually going to bless you.
Exactly. We live life forward, but we see it backwards.
Exactly.
And I didn't notice it. I didn't know that at the time. I had been hiding for years. But then again, my hair hadn't completely fallen out until I was about 30. So I've had it for 21 years. So it didn't fall out completely till I was about 30, 31. But I had been wearing wigs and scarves and hats and everything to hide it. Now, I hid it out of necessity. I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't even want to acknowledge that it existed.
Right.
Now, when I wear my wigs, my scarves, I don't even wear wigs anymore. They itch. Anyway, when I wear my scarves and my hats, I wear them out of accessory. I wear them because I feel like it. If I want to wear a hat, I'm going to wear a hat.
Right.
Sometimes I don't feel like having the elements on me. When I wear makeup, makeup is also an accessory to me. It's not a necessity. You know, it's something I can control. And that's how it all started, was because it was something that I could control, because I couldn't control my hair.
Right.
My hair was doing its own thing. My body was like, nope, not you. And sometimes, you know, the hair grows back. Sometimes it falls out. It's like a really bad relationship.
Right.
Sometimes I deal with it. I just shave my head and just move on with life.
I mean, but look at you today. Look what
look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God.
I like that. Look at God. Look at what God has done.
20 years later, who'd have thunk? Yeah.
So you've got something that you've been working on.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
No. No. No.
I was like, ooh.
Okay, so what had happened was, so what had happened was I was doing like personal makeup classes for ladies around the country. Yeah, okay, Abu Dhabi and LA. But anyway, in 2 cities, but it was pretty big. You know, people still ask me about it to this day, but I had to put it on halt because of this particular project. So what I have created is something called Brush Class by K. Nicole. And where this came from was from these classes that I was teaching. I used to put color-coded rubber bands on my students' brushes, so that way they could learn how to, or what brush is what, so they could associate a color with the brush instead of it all just looking the same. Anyway, but Brush Class by K. Nicole should be out on January 29th, 2020. I will be 41 years old that day. I pray it all goes well. So.
Can I say that I've seen the brushes?
She has seen them,
the brushes and they
but she hasn't seen the finale. You know, this is the case, and that's all I'm going to show.
I've seen the brushes inside, and they are absolutely
the whole
amazing.
Kit is amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
So, just get ready.
So proud of you. So what is to come? So that's the brushes are to come.
Brushes are to come. We're working on some eyelashes.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Prayers up. You know.
I'm so excited for you.
Let me see what else is yet to come. That's about it
That's
right
about
now.
It, yeah.
Just want to focus on that. I think making that big. It's like now that I'm at this stage, it's like, okay, so now what? So what are you going to do? So you had this vision. Where do you want to take it from there?
Right.
So now I have to hone this. And then from there, I know God will lead me. The name of my business is Heavenly Reflection. Heavenly Reflection Makeup UAE for a reason.
Yes.
He leads what I see.
He leads, you follow.
He leads, I follow. It's divine connection. If it's not tied to him, I don't want it.
I am so excited about next year
too.
and what is to come for Kim. Thank you so much for hanging with me.
Thank you for having.
And watch this page. How can people follow you or get in contact with you?
Okay, you can contact me via Instagram, which is heavenlyreflection_MU, or you can just email me if you just want to, just chit chat a little bit.
What's your email? Well, I'll put it in the
Okay, cool. It's HR_MUC@outlook.com. Or you can check out some of my work on heavenlyreflectionindeed.com.
Yay!
So, Brush Class by K. Nicole is still in the works. We'll get that out to you soon.
And they look fab. Honestly, I've never seen brushes like that before. So if you're a makeup person, you're gonna have to get one. I need classes, by the way.
We got you covered. Remember when I did your face that one time?
Yes, yeah. And I looked like, wow. Yes. I was like, is this me?
And that was the Tommy 2.0. And it wasn't, it was the Tommy 2.0. So.
Okay. Please go on to www.a1000facesProject.com to read more about Miss Kim here and to read more about people who are doing amazing things like Kim. And also, I'm on Instagram. I always forget, 1000facesProject on Instagram. So please check that out as well. And I'm sure you'll be coming out with a website soon.
Yes, that's in the works.
Yes.
Everything for Brush Class by K. Nicole is in the works right now, but Heavenly Reflection is standing pretty strong.
You want to get those brushes, trust me, when they do come out.
When it does come out.
Follow Kim on IG so you know when those brushes are out. Yep. And then you can buy one and you can show it off. Yeah. They're brushes that you're going to want to show off.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for chilling with us.
Thanks,
have a good day.
Guys.
Happy
Black History Month. You forgot, didn't you?
I forgot.
We're just talking so much. Don't even know what we're talking about. But have a great month, guys.
Bye.
Bye.